Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya wal mursaleen. Nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'een. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we'll start Profit Center account. This is the continuation of sales and distribution. So let me just go back, quick review for our sales and distribution. So as we know that we have we started with the organizational unit. Okay, so company code, sales organization, distribution channel, division, plant, storage location, shipping point. These are our important organizational data that we have in our sales system. Now, sales area, yani sales organization, distribution channel, division, they are the only one which are available only in sales and distribution. So these are not available in any other module. Whereas company code, we are using in sales, we are using in finance, we are using in controlling, material management, production planning. So we are using company code at very different places in different modules. Similarly, plant and storage location, they are also being used in almost all supply chain management modules like production planning and material management, assets management, sales, not accounting. So in material management, as I mentioned before. So these are used in many other places. So after the organizational data, we have like master data. We did talk about sales and organization is responsible for distributing the goods and services. If you want to use a sales and distribution system, you must have at least one sales organization. And if you're using sales organization, if you have one sales organization, we must have to have at least one distribution channel. And similarly, we must have to have at least one division. So you can say that these are the must. Reason, every sales transaction, every sales record must have these three data, yani sales organization, distribution channel, and division must be recorded with every transaction that you create in sales and distribution. So then we have like master data. So we have customer master data, we have material master data. We do have a customer material info record. This is additional. We create when we create first time the sales order, we have the option to save that records as a customer material information record. So this record is like similar to the sales order, which contains the customer information, which contains the material information, which they usually customer order, and also the, I believe, the last sales order as well. So we can get this information from this. So instead of using two different tables or three different tables, the condition even as well. So we can just get all this information from just one table. So this is just to be efficient. So this is, so we have like 4 master data at this point in time: customer master data, material master data, customer material information record, and then condition master data. So we talk about organizational data and we talk about master data, and now we will be talking about transaction data. But before transaction data, I just wanted to make sure that you know that these are very important, partner functions in sales and distribution. And this is the exam question as well, by the way, from the in the certification exam. They may ask you for sold. What are the mandatory partners function? So sold to party, ship to party, pairs, and bill to party. They are the mandatory. Others are optional. So all with the stars are mandatory, and the exam they may ask you, this question about this partner functions. This is the customer material information you see here. In this record, we do have, we may have a material description, material number for our company, and also the customer material number, which customer is maintaining in their records. So we may have both information. And if you see here, our description and the customer description is two different things, but we are maintaining both in this customer material information record. This is again a master record. Material master data. So, and this is again condition master data. So we have customer material info record, and then condition master data. So after this, now we are talking about transactions. So we do have in pre-sale, if you see, we have like inquiries. We can create inquiries. We can create quotations. And by the way, inquiries and quotations are exactly same, except in inquiry, when creating inquiry, you will type IN. And while creating quotation, you'll be typing QT. That's the end of it. This is the only difference. Everything rest is same, okay? So inquiry, quotations, sales order, they are having same screens. Only thing is, you will just type for inquiry, you will type IN. For quotation, you will type QT. And for sales order, you will say SO. That's the only thing. So sales organization is a transaction. Sorry, sales order is a transaction. It contains what you call it, organizational data. It contains master data, and it contains some situational data, like how much quantity, which date you want item to be delivered, etc. So we have some sales document. We have, here is the schedule line, sales orders has items and then schedule lines. Which date you want this item to be delivered. So once you complete your process, then you see the document flow. Document flow contains, all information, if you can see here. Oops. You see, so the quotation is completed, the standard order is completed, and outbound delivery is still open. So you can see all details about your transactions or your business process. We did talk about availability check. Computers do the availability check when you do the forecasting, when you issue the goods, or when you make a good receipt. We did talk about product allocation. This is happening when you have limited items, and you cannot give to everybody, so you just put a limit on that. For example, when the gas station, when there's a shortage of petrol, the petrol pump says that, okay, I'll give 10 liters to every car. That is what we call product allocation. This is available. After sales order, we create the delivery document, we do the picking and packing, and we then post the goods issue. That is what we do. This is picking and packing. So remember one thing, that any item that you want to move from warehouse, within the warehouse, you need the transfer order. You see the TO is a transfer order, the transfer order. So without the transfer order, you cannot move the item within the warehouse. Even if you want to this item to be shipped, so we have to move this item from original location to the shipping point. And for that movement, we need the transfer order. Exam question, guys. This is exam question. And especially confirm the quantity, confirm transfer order, confirm quantities. There will be exam question on this part. If you see here, we are confirming the quantities. This is the delivery document. It contains how much quantity need to be delivered. So when we create the transfer order in the warehouse, we pick the quantity. Okay, the quantities sometimes get automatically transferred to the delivery document, but in our exercise we will be entering manually. So because we are not creating any transfer order, so we will have the delivery and then we'll have picking. We'll go to the picking tab. We'll enter the values, so you can see that. Goods issue is the main item, is the main main task in the sales. So by having the goods issue, you will be system will be creating accounting document because the value of the inventory is gone down. The controlling document, it will create a material document that will make the quantity, the quantity of the inventory is now less because we issue the goods. We do have a quality management here. So if the quality management is active, then you can do the inspection of the item at the time of delivery. We do the goods issue inspection. If we issue the goods, then we can do the inspection if and only if the quality management is active. We can record the customer complaints, So then we create the customer invoice. These are all transactions. Remember, every transaction, you need all those organizational data: company code, sales organization, and distribution channel, and warehouse, plant, delivering plant, and storage location. So all these documents need those organizational data. Billing document, again, very important from the exam point of view. Billing document is not the accounting document. Billing document is the sales and distribution document. Okay. So with the help of billing document, you can create invoices. That is possible. But billing document itself is a part and parcel of sales and distribution system. We have different work lists, when we create so many deliveries, so we have to issue so many goods. So they become, they come in a sequence. So it becomes a list of, work list, picking work list, and shipping work list, and billing work list. After receiving customer payment, our, business process cycle will be closed. And now we will come to the profit center accounting. Now, before I start profit center accounting, I'll ask you guys, if there is any question, please let me know, so we can just have a look on that topic again.
सर,
Yes, please.
सर मैं ये कहना चाह रहा हूँ कि जो आपने पढ़ लिया है, तो इसका कोई क्विज वगैरह अरेंज कर लें सर.
Okay, inshallah. I'll send you guys the quiz.
दूसरा सर, ये इसकी ना हमें जो रिकॉर्डिंग्स हैं वो भी प्रोवाइड करते हैं, और मटेरियल जो सर ने सेंड किया है ना वो मेरे पास ओपन नहीं हो रहा, तो उसको पीडीएफ में किस तरह कन्वर्ट करके भिजवा दें।
Okay, I'll look into this as well. Just send me a WhatsApp message, huh? Inshallah. And just in case if I forget, so I will inshallah do it. Okay, now this profit center accounting, actually it belongs to managerial accounting. And this part of managerial accounting is associated with our sales and distribution. That is why they added this part into the sales and distribution. In the previous version of this course, this profit center accounting was the part of managerial accounting. Okay, but now what they have done, they just distributed that chapter into different modules. So wherever that module fits in, so they put it there. So this profit center accounting is linked with sales. So we'll talk about that from the sales point of view. So we'll talk about profit center accounting. And here you go. So by the way, profit center is an organizational data. So like a company code, similarly, we have a profit center. So the purpose of company code is to have financial statement, because company code belongs to the financial module. So in financial module, what kind of reports we can have? We can have the income statement. We can have balance sheet. So similarly, the profit center is also can also be used for is also used for the same purposes. We can have a balance sheet. We can have an income statement of that particular profit center. Now, what is the aim of this profit center accounting? Actually, if you want to determine the profit of an internal area of responsibility, for example, I have like 3 divisions. One is bicycle division, motorbike division, and car division. And I want to know how much income I am making from the bicycle. I want to know how much income I am making from motorbikes, and how much income I'm making from the cars, selling the cars, So what I will do, I'll create 3 profit centers. 1 profit center for the bicycles, 1 profit center for the motorbike, and 1 profit center for the car sales. So in that case, so with the help of profit center, I can get those reports, which usually I get from the company codes. So this profit center accounting will enable you to determine profit and loss of that particular area. So I will come to know that, okay, how much profit I'm making in bicycles or motorbike or cars. So profit center could be a line of business, as I mentioned, like bicycle is a line of business. Okay. It could be a location. I started a sales office maybe in a city, in a New York. So that location is also a profit center. I can declare it as a profit center. And I can get the report, income statement, balance sheet of that location. So this is for internal purposes. Remember, managerial accounting is for internal purposes, not for the external purposes. Profit center is like a company code. Okay, just like a company. So this is the internal area of a business. So we can declare it as a profit center. So all the transactions which we are making for general ledger accounting transactions, those transactions will be going to the profit centers as well, to the related profit.
मतलब एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का एक प्रॉफिट सेंटर बना हुआ होगा और उसके तहत कैलकुलेशंस वगैरह सारी हो रही होंगी.
No. One company can have like maybe as many as profit centers as you want.
तो ये चार्ट ऑफ अकाउंट के अंदर ही वो क्रिएट करेंगे और उसके साथ फिर मतलब जहाँ जहाँ उसकी जरूरत होगी वहां पे इस्तेमाल होगा.
Chart of account. No, chart of account. It will receive this. This will receive the what you can say transaction from finance, but this will. It is just an additional code. Like every transaction will have a code for every transaction will have a company code. Similarly, every transaction will have profit center code as well. Suppose I have, as I mentioned, I have 3 profit centers, one for bicycles, one for motorbike, one for cars. So any transaction related to car will be going to will have the profit center code as well in it. So all the transactions will be, will be linked to these profit centers as well. So whenever I need to see the profitability for internal purposes, I can just say, okay, give me the report of this profit center.
So sir, ये similar to एक tags की तरह काम करता है, मतलब tags
Just like a tag.
आपने
Yes.
create कर दिए.
Yes. For reporting purposes, you can say it's one of the reporting dimension. You can say that.
Okay.
Like you can have for location, geographical location, maybe you have some business, small company, small business in some island. You can say that.
Yes sir, फिर समझ गया बस. फिर उसको grouping करके आप reports देख सकते हैं और उसके तहत अपने decision ले सकते हैं.
That is right.
Managerial level के ऊपर.
Managerial level, yes. Now, profit center accounting actually is a statistical accounting. The profit center will receive the statistical, you can say that transaction, you can say that. What statistical means? It will keep it as a record. It will not distribute the transaction to some other objects. For example, we have like cost centers. So in cost centers, they are receiving the cost, but at the end of the day, they are distributing the cost as well. For example, I have a photocopy machine. I declare it as a cost center. So all my different departments, they are getting photocopied from that cost centers. So cost center, it making cost because they are buying the papers, they are buying toners. There's a maintenance cost on that. So all the cost incurred for that cost objects or cost center, it will be recorded under that cost center. Now, at the end of the day, after every week or every month, that cost center will say, okay, so-and-so department, for example, accounting department, you made this much photocopy, you have to pay me this much. Purchasing department, you got this much number of photocopies, so you have to pay me this much. So what cost center is doing is distributing the cost to other cost objects. So, but profit center is just on the receiving end. It just receives the transaction. It does not, distribute the cost. That is why we call it, it's a statistical accounting component. And it's just for reporting purposes, not for account assignment or distributing the cost to other. Guys, is that clear? Because this is a bit confusing,
Yes, sir.
So So you can say that we have, I think we'll talk in detail in our future slides. At this point in time, you can say that we have two types of assignments object. One is a statistical object, one is a real object. The real objects, these are the blue one are the real object, okay? They are the one that distribute the cost. They receive the cost and they distribute the cost. But this one is a statistical object. It does not distribute the cost. It just receives the cost or receive the transactions. Now, since profit center accounting is the internal accounting, okay, profit center accounting is the internal accounting. So it can answer some of the question like, what is the operating profit of a profit center? And I have like 3 profit center. One is for the bicycles, one is for the motorbike and cars. So I can see the profit of each profit center, whether we are making some money or we are losing some money. We have assigned an asset to a profit center, so we can have a look on that. Is it worth it? Is it making good money? It is helping us, you know. So we can also compare between the two profit centers, whether we are making, you know, we can which one of the profit center exceed their, you know, plan, and this month or the last month or the next month, you know. So we can have a separate monthly reports on that. So anything that is related to internal, that is what we go for the profit center accounting. And we do have for external as well. We'll talk about in short period of time. Now, for this profit center accounting, from where we are getting the data? We are getting the data from financial transactions. We are getting the data from the sales, you know, revenue. All the revenue entries are coming from the sales. From the cost centers, from internal orders, from the business processes, we are getting the transactions, you know. So expense account, the revenue account, all these are going to the profit center accounting, all transactions. And by the way, they are all linked, you know. So most of the time, whatever you do in financial accounting, all the accounts are primary element accounts and secondary accounts. They're all linked. Primary are the, you know, you can say finance, and the secondary accounts are the controllings, the managerial accounting. So as soon as you made the transaction in the real time, the values get transferred to the profit center accounting. This profit center accounting will enable you to draw a conclusion on, you know, the internal aspect of the profitability. So how much successful, you know, this profit center is. So we can, you know, we can use this information for evaluating our plan and actual data. You know, we have planned something for our for this profit center, and then at the end of the day, what actually we got. So we have both values. We can do the analysis on that. So information system will help you in doing the analysis. This was that is what I was talking about. All the data is moving from finance. All the revenues and discounts are coming from the sales and distribution system. This cost center, internal orders, processes, you know, these are the real-time objects. They are receiving the cost, and then they are distributing the cost. All these costs are directly going to the profitability analysis as well as the profit center accounting. So major chunk of the transactions are coming from the finance. So
सर लास्ट स्लाइड पे जाएंगे जरा एक मिनट. जैसे हम लोग कोई भी सेल्स या जो भी परचेज वगैरह करते हैं तो उसके अगेंस्ट कुछ वाउचर पोस्ट होते हैं. फाइनेंस में उसका डेटा इंसर्ट हो मतलब प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी एनालिसिस के अंदर आता है एंड देन रेवेन्यू एंड डिस्काउंट्स यहाँ पे दिया हुआ है अपना सेल्स एंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन के साथ. दोनों को मिला के फिर हम लोग अपनी कॉस्ट सेंटर की अकाउंटिंग और कॉस्ट सेंटर की रिपोर्ट्स वगैरह डेवलप करते हैं.
yes, you're right, because these accounts, which are our chart of accounts, you can say that these are all linked to the managerial accounting codes. So any transaction you made in the finance is all automatically get transferred to the managerial accounting and is going to the profitability analysis as well as to the profit center accounting. Since from the sales we are getting the revenue, and revenue is coming through the billing document, through the invoices, so those values are also get transferred directly to the managerial accounting.
Got it, sir.
Now, so we can analyze the profitability of this is this profit center accounting enables you to draw the conclusions on the internal aspect of the profit center, of the profitability, how much profitable this is. If you see here, we have the revenues and sales and cost of goods sold. Basically, this is the income statement that we are preparing from the profit centers, same as we prepare the income statement for the company. So this is for the internal, for decision-making purposes. Now we have another one is, so profit center accounting was the internal part. This is our external market segment, and that is what we call profitability analysis. So in the profitability analysis, that is what for, now if you see here, we have like, okay, these are the characteristics. These are the values. So in the characteristics, for example, which sales region is, giving us more profit. So based on these characteristics, we can get the report. So these are the dimensions of the reports. Which product is, is the topmost product? Which product and the customer or the group of customers, which sales representative is the topmost sales representative? Which customer is the lowest one, So we can get all these information with the help of profitability analysis. And basically, the purpose of these profitability analysis is to support the top management or the marketing guys in making their decisions. Now, in this case, in the profitability analysis, we will be seeing like question like, who is the largest customer? From the largest customer, I remember, I was in Canada where I was working in a courier company. The Pure Litter Courier was a Canadian courier company. It's just like DHL, but on a smaller level, on a country level. So they said that we have like 2 national level customers or 3 national level customers. So one national level customer, they are charging him like $2 or $3 per packet, whereas normally they charge like $50 per packet. But from the national level customer, they are, they say, just with this customer, all our logistics, all our expenses are met, with just one customer. So we can, do the profitability analysis to find who is the largest customer, who is the strongest customer that can give us, good profit. Are we reaching the, how was the sales? How the sales unit, whether they are reaching the target or not? How successful was the last campaign? If we change the prices, which customer group it will affect? So anything that is related to the external market segment, we go for the profitability analysis. And for internal, we go for profit center accounting. Again, the aim of this is to provide the reports for decision-making purposes. Same slides as we have seen before. We are getting the data from sales and distribution. The data flow from the billing document, the quantity, the revenue, the sale reduction, the cost of goods sold, all these values, transactions comes from the sales and distribution. We do get some direct posting. We do get direct posting from the finance as well. Anything we made a posting to the general ledger posting, all those postings comes to the profitability analysis. When we do the material management, in the material, we issue the goods. At that time, accounting document is generated. That accounting document also reached to the managerial accounting. If we do the product costing in our production planning or in MRP, if we do the settlement of the products, that also transaction goes to the profitability analysis. Now, settlement of product, for example, we have, for example, I take my car to the car maintenance workshop. What they will do, they'll create a maintenance order. Now, any expenses happen to that car will be added to that maintenance order. So there's another car, it comes for the maintenance. So any item required for that car maintenance will be added to that maintenance order. So every car will have a separate maintenance order. Once the job is done, those costs will be distributed, will be settled with the owner of the car. So the guy will pay the money to get the car back, to clear the balance. So those transactions that will be happening through the settlement, that will also be, they will go to the finance as well as they will go to the managerial accounting. In managerial accounting, they will go to the profitability analysis as well as to the profit center accounting. Similarly, data from the sales order, as I mentioned in the revenue, that will also go to the profitability analysis. Again, we can analyze the profitability of a particular group, a particular customer, For example, sale of product A to customer Y. how much is profitable. So we can get that kind of reports from the profitability analysis. Now we'll see that how this sales and distribution system is integrated with other systems. Now, if you see here, we have like sales order. Now, when you create the sales order, it will check the inventory, whether the material is available or not. So we got an integration of sales order with the inventory management system. Once the order is saved, now it will become the demand management in the production system. So our sales system is linked with the inventory management and also linked with the production planning as well. So once we save the sales order, then we will start the delivery process. Now, when we will create the delivery document, you will again check the inventory management. And at the same time, when we will save, okay, we'll say, okay, we want to make a pickup and we issue the goods. The accounting document will be created, because by issuing the goods, our inventory is going down. The value of the inventory is going down as well. Before we were having like 100 items, now we are having 90 items. Before we were having the inventory value was like 100,000. Now it is like maybe 90,000. So the both managerial accounting and financial accounting and inventory management and warehouse management, they are all linked with the delivery. Now we deliver the item, we created the billing document, and from billing document, we created the invoice. If you see with the invoice, invoice will be going to the financial accounting and to the managerial accounting. So after the invoice, we'll receive the payment, and that payment, it will directly go to the financial accounting. So that's it for today. If you have any questions, please let me know.